Not too long ago, I did a weight loss experiment where in just 3 weeks, I lost over 16 pounds working out only 3 times a week, 15 minutes at a time with no additional cardio. I didn't want the results to come from doing all this cardio and these super intense workouts. I wanted to prove the point that by simply reducing your calories, you can lose weight. So this is why I opted, for the sake of simplicity and convenience and accuracy, to only drink meal shakes for every single meal instead of actual food. I drank 5 of them a day, spread over a 12-hour window, started at 7 a.m., finished at 7 p.m., so I had 1 shake every 3 hours. I was gonna get 22 grams of protein, 15 grams of net carbs, 8 grams of fat, and about 200 to 210 calories per shake depending on which flavor, which resulted in extremely fast weight loss.
The weight is flying off fast. It's kind of a weird thing to say, but losing weight too fast.
So after testing, I dropped 16.3 pounds of total body weight over the course of the 3 weeks. Now, I'm not making any kind of claims about this diet, what it'll do for anyone else, other than the fact that, yeah, they'll probably lose weight. Now, you may ask, if this works so well, then why don't more people do it? And the answer is actually really simple. The single most important thing for weight loss or fat loss, doesn't matter what kind of diet you're following, is adherence, meaning sticking to the diet. Now, this particular diet, drinking only meal shakes and not having any real food, probably not the easiest for most people to stick to. Now, for me personally, I really didn't mind all that much.
It was really honestly easy. I never felt hungry. I never felt tired.
If I had to guess why, I would say it was probably a few things. First, the meal shakes were high in protein, and protein has a high satiety rate, meaning that it makes you feel full longer. Not to mention the meal shakes had 12 grams of fiber per serving, which also has a high satiety rate. So the two of them together actually makes you feel full longer. Now, even though these were only a little over 200 calories per serving, on a gram per gram basis, I would say that they're very filling. And let's be real, probably the most difficult thing for most people following any kind of weight loss strategy is simply feeling hungry. Now, I'd add to that by saying that I never really had the chance to get hungry because I was drinking a shake every 3 hours. Now, I also think there's some value in consuming low glycemic carbohydrates in smaller portions throughout the day, normalizing blood sugar levels more, leaving less room for those hypoglycemic crashes that we can get after consuming a large carbohydrate meal.
Seemed like there was a bit of an overlap. Right before my blood sugar got all the way back down to normal, I was drinking the next shake, which is a good thing. That means that it's a nice, slow release of glucose into my bloodstream.
Now, both of these, in my opinion, are really good arguments for meal frequency. In other words, eating very small meals more frequently throughout the day. Not only is this going to give you more consistent energy throughout the day, but I also think that it's going to help from a hunger perspective as well. Now, all of these are just high-level thoughts or an overview. We could really get into the weeds on metabolism, on what happened and why it happened, and see a lot of debating about that, but that would make for a really long video. And besides, I'm sure we'll see plenty of that in the comments section. So anyway, closing words. If you're committed, you're willing to make the short-term sacrifice, can you lose a significant amount of fat in a very short period of time without any detrimental effects? Well, I'm not going to give you any kind of medical advice, but for some people, yes, you probably can. Is it for everybody? Probably not. So what's next for me? Well, I'm always up for a good challenge, and I'm working on a new plan right now, something that I think that you're really going to like because it debunks a lot of the common misconceptions when it comes to fat loss. So stay tuned, and I'll see you next video.